see. Okay, we're sharing. I think we're good. I can't see the chat, so we're good. We're going, I think. Awesome. Welcome, guys, to our Tuesday, our Momentum Tuesday call. It is literally the last week of November. I can't believe it. It's snowing here. Not snowing here yet. I mean, in the mountains it is. Tomorrow, I would expect we have snow on the ground. Not ready for that. So if you're in a warm place, go ahead and drop where you're at in the chat so that we can be jealous of you, and drop what that weather is, because here it's rainy and cold and it's going to get worse. So throw that warm weather in the chat for us so that we can be a little jealous of you. So super excited today for this call. We get the chance to hear from one of our awesome new executives here in the company, Courtney Watkins. Super excited to be able to have her come on and help us end the season of sharing, not fully end the season of sharing, but this month where we're doing the season of sharing with our discount codes. If you have not been paying attention every single week, if you've had a subscription set up, you've been getting discount codes that you can go out and share. And I mean, we've had a lot of people take advantage of that. And it's super exciting because, again, you're helping somebody get their business started off the ground, get going, get running, just by sharing a discount code and them getting going, getting product, getting excited, asking questions, joining calls, joining meetings, really kind of getting the feel, the culture of LifeVantage. So without taking too much time, I'm going to introduce Courtney Watkins. She has 10 years in the industry. She has been a top earner. She's been a car achiever. She's a retired hairstylist. She's a breast cancer survivor. She's a wife, a mom. She's a busy mom because she's a dance mom, a sports mom. We were just talking about how she's got all these trips planned for baseball, and I'm jealous because I love baseball. So she gets to go every single month to a different place, a warm place at that, spend time with her family, get to meet new people, and also grow her business. So this is super exciting to have her on the call to help us talk about activation, but talk about the season of sharing and what she's doing in this holiday season to share her business and get LifeVantage out there to so many people. So Courtney, with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to you.
Thank you so much. All right, you guys, I'm excited about this. This is a fun season to be sharing the activation company. I'm sure, like most of you guys, I keep getting the question, how have I not heard of LifeVantage if it's a 15-year-old company and it's so amazing and has all these studies? Like, where has it been? And it's kind of cool that we are a part of this time period with proven products. The stocks are doing so amazing, and also the corporate team being in the industry for over 10 years. I know how much all of those things really matter. And in my previous company, I got in the company a little bit past the point that we're at on the run to a billion. And it is such a fun and exciting ride. And right now, I was just telling Gentry, I'm like, things are moving fast right now. And you know that point where people start hitting rank advancements faster and faster. And so that sets your bar higher. I always say leaders in the company, their success is your potential, because we all have this exact same products, the same compensation plan, essentially the same opportunities. And so what you do with your business is essentially up to you. And so right now, where things are running so fast, that is so exciting that you can set your goals higher. I mean, really get those vision boards out, start going big for things that you're wanting. That's one of my favorite things about the industry is the sky's the limit. And like you mentioned, traveling with baseball and stuff like that, I joke with my friends, would I even leave the state of Utah if it wasn't for baseball? But luckily now I have LifeVantage trips to look forward to. So that makes it really fun and really exciting. I mean, Alaska, I'm sure that that's on your trip board. And we're going to talk about the Rise era gift cards a little bit more too, because that's something that really motivates me. I'm sure like you guys, Kristen Cunningham is my friend and neighbor. And when I first got in LifeVantage, she said, I've never met a company that loves travel more than LifeVantage. So I can tell you guys gear stuff around that, which really excites me and is a lot of fun. So right now we're going to talk about why LifeVantage, why now, and the activation products. We all know what Mind Body is doing, how it literally threw gasoline on the campfire and was just like whoosh. I mean, it just went huge. It went massive, selling out so quickly. And so right now I love that we kind of have this breathing space to go back to who we are as the activators, because I know with my customers and my team and myself, I've noticed that people that were previously activated are seeing typically a little bit faster results, or maybe like liking it a little bit more because they've already been activated on our core products. They kind of knew what to expect, and their body's just kind of wiring a little bit more. And so the take it to make it, that really, I use that hashtag all the time and I talk about it. It's just something that's really simple and people can understand. And so essentially, we all know we're taking a product to help our body to make what it needs. And so being able to do that with our Protandim NRF2, Axio is one of my favorites, and the collagen. So let's talk about Protandim a little bit. I'm sure you guys are all used to chatting about this product, but truly this was the first product that I experienced with LifeVantage that I could tell a difference when I didn't take it. And I was not expecting that with like a supplement with a little yellow pill. I'm like, really? And it was actually on my baseball trip that we went to, and I didn't bring my product. So many times I've packed up little Ziploc baggies of vitamins and I've never taken them. They always come back in my suitcase. But the second day in, I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't have my products. And so reducing oxidative stress by 40% on average in 30 days is so huge for our body, and just filling our body up with antioxidants. Something I learned about antioxidants that I'm going to plug in here from Tara Wilson was essentially the reason why our bodies have that antioxidant response to the foods that we eat. If you think about blueberries, broccoli, oranges, things like that, that it's like, get your antioxidants in. It's actually what triggers your body to make those antioxidants is the bitterness in those fruits, broccoli, the vegetable, that your body goes, ooh, you know, when you eat a blueberry and it's like sour, that's basically what sounds the alarm in your body. That's like, we have a problem, right? And so when you think about the saying like Carrie Dickey of throwing a Dixie cup on a house fire versus taking a fire hose in every room of the house, that's what Protandim NRF2 does. So that's a product that is just an easy addition. I've made sure to help my clients or customers get the mind body system that has the Protandim on, because the activator product is something that people stay on for the rest of their lives. Activated liquid collagen. All right, we all know this is the first and only collagen in the world that activates your own collagen, helping your body to produce collagen again, which is one of the reasons why people see the results that they do. People tell me all the time, oh, I'm already taking a collagen. And I'm sure that they're like me with a big blue tub in the pantry that we picked up from the warehouse store. And you take the collagen typically because you know it's good for you, but not necessarily seeing results. If you guys have not looked through the study of the Protandim and the collagen and what they do, I know page 9 is like a really big deal for a lot of people. I just sent that out yesterday. And also, if you're like me and you like to avoid pain at all cost, and you're not going to be dipping in the river for a cold plunge or doing cryotherapy or any of those things, I love that we get the same results with the Protandim and liquid collagen. And that's really a great marketing tool right now, especially where it's getting colder, and some people that enjoyed that in the summer are not wanting to do that, but their body is kind of used to getting that response that they're getting from the cold plunges. So that's another really great marketing for winter. All right, the mind body system. Who's been using this? Who's been loving it? I know I have some consultants on the call that have ordered it and still have not tried it yet. Gosh, this product just blew everything out of the water. GLP-1 is just such a hot topic and such a hot word. And I had a lot of people going, what about this GLP-1? Like comparing. And number one, what's the biggest thing that we can say? Our GLP-1 is proven to activate your own GLP-1 naturally. So that's the biggest thing, the activation message, which is why we're like really driving that home so much. But the studies on this, that really is what blew me away. And that's something that a lot of other companies are making claims. And we have the science. And so whether people are seeing the results that some LifeVantage consultants are seeing, or not, we have the studies that it's like, this is a 90-day trial based on 90 days, right? I don't know if you guys have done a 90-day trial. If you remember back in the day when it was like the Body for Life 90-day, and the first 3 to 4 weeks, sometimes like you gain weight because you're putting your body in that mode and like changing things up. And so that's one of the biggest things that I personally have been kind of under promising now so that the product can over deliver, because what I have found is that a lot of people, their bodies are just responding differently because we're activating. So basically, we're going in and turning on the light switches that have not been on in a long time. And depending on people's diets and stress and hormones and different things like that, they're seeing a different reaction. But one of the biggest things that I love so much, Gentry, is that these products are easy to take and they really have a great taste. And so like it's easy to take. I don't know. I feel like there's something in your body that's like, I need this, and people don't forget to take it. People have been able to be super consistent with the MB core in the morning, and then with the enhanced, finding different ways that they like to mix it. I personally just mix it in my Axio. That's the easiest thing, but Greek yogurts, protein shakes, all those different types of things. But another thing that I've really been promoting is getting your protein in. And I know for a lot of different lifestyles, like you have to be mindful to get that protein in. And so when I saw that on the study, that on average, like they had the trial members have 30 grams of protein within their first meal, that's a lot. So probably the easiest way is for meal replacement shakes or things like that. I like to do scrambled eggs and cottage cheese and things like that. But read over these studies and go through that. Knowledge is power. And so the more that you learn about the mind body system, the more confident that you are in what these products do. And there's just a power in belief. Like that is just magnetic. And so one of the things I noticed, Gentry, was in September and October. If you guys follow me on social media, I was doing the get loud, right? Like we're getting loud about activation, and I was posting constantly about it. And Facebook gives me my stats, and it was like, you increased your post by 50% and got 85% more engagement. And I was getting a lot of clicks and links, and my belief was so high in the mind body system because I was getting on all the calls. I've been on Club 55, so I'm seeing all those testimonial stories. And so for some other people that are just kind of plugged in, or they're new and they don't know all the resources yet, they're kind of like, is this working? I don't know, because you're going off of your own results. So I really recommend you guys dive into listening to the doctor's calls. I know that there's one tonight, but Julie Boyster and Lisa Barnes, they're so phenomenal in the way that they talk about these products. And we have so many other consultants that do. And I've just found like, I don't feel like I retained as much knowledge as I did. And then I'll be in a conversation and things will just come up that I'm like pulling that have just been in my subconscious somewhere. So this product, I just feel like is one to know, rehearse yourself in the protandem and the collagen and Axio and getting activated, because that's the message that we're leading right now. And those are like lifelong products. But the MB core is really the showstopper right now, or the mind body system. This is the showstopper. Like this is really what is putting LifeVantage on the map right now. And so the way that you're using it, the way that you're advertising it, and also reminding people about taking your collagen, as simple as just a selfie with your collagen and then a couple before and after pictures. Because essentially, Gentry, what I've noticed is that we're storytellers. And it's the easiest way to view that on Instagram because they're actual stories, right? But when we're giving people a solution, you're telling that story, either your own personal story or other people in the company that you know. And I joined this company frontline, direct to the company, without an upline, without a support. And it's because of the culture of LifeVantage that has helped me and my team grow and fuel and use these support systems and resources. And so that's where we always lean on each other. So your story could be something that changes someone else's life by you sharing that. One of my friends shared her selfie before and after. of what activation has done. And it is so huge. I've really seen that people suffer in silence. Most people don't promote it out there, that they've been feeling like crap, they're unmotivated, they've gained weight, their hormones are off. Most people don't promote that. And so that's something that I'm seeing in my inbox, you know? But the other thing that I found, Gentry, is that a lot of people, there's still something with GLP-1 that they don't want people to know that they're on it or using it. And so that's one that I really put a link in my stories pretty often with. And same with Healthy Glow. But with the GLP-1, people like don't want to have that conversation sometimes. And so I've just tried to make it as easy as possible for people to just click and shop and check out. And then that way they can just go on their way. So links are huge, and live videos. How many of you guys are doing live videos? If you guys want to let me know in the chat. I was like super nervous about doing live videos for a long time. And I had one experience that was just like, so, I mean, I'll still remember it. I was like going live, something motivational, had my setup in my room, like all perfect. And I went on live and the camera was facing the other way. It was like facing out. So it was all the laundry and like all the piles that I had cleared off. And I was like trying to turn the camera around. And so then I just pressed end and Gentry. It was like ended on my face, making just the worst facial expression of like panic. And then I couldn't remove it. My friends were watching it. And I was like, oh my gosh. But the more you do stuff, the better you get. And I've actually been surprised how many people view live videos later on. Like you might not have anyone on your live, or people kind of come and go. And so that's one of the things you want to remember is like people are stopping by. But that's really, I feel like how I've gotten more rehearsed in talking about our products and our opportunity is just by putting myself on camera. And it is awkward and it can be super embarrassing, but that's just one of the things that I've done that's really helped me with the products and the MB Core. Axio, you guys, I know we all know and love this product, so I'll just briefly highlight this, but one of the things I've been saying is like, if you find yourself going in your room and you get there and you're like, why did I come in here? Or you're looking for your sunglasses and they're on your head, like you need Axio, you know? And I've been getting ads for the Neuro Gum on TikTok. And I've actually learned more about Axio from the Neuro Gum because what it's doing is it's activating your neural pathways. And when it's combined with caffeine, that you get an even stronger reaction and response. So if you guys have seen NeuroGum, then you'll know it's like this is the nutrigenomics, this is nootropics that we're activating, and people are looking for that solution. I know if you're like me and you have 238 tabs open on your Safari right now, you need Axio because that's the way that my brain looks too. And so that's an easy product. I feel like it's such an easy sell and solution. Most people are drinking some sort of an energy drink every day. And so that's one I keep in my purse. I mean, you better believe the baseball moms have all tried the Axio and they love it. Like that's something that's an easy sample. It's an easy share. That's a great thank you for your customers or different things like that. But I've just found the more I use something, the easier it is to talk about it. And so just like a simple picture of what your water bottle looks like what's in my water bottle, or you're at the gym or different things like that, the Axio is such an easy sell. And for me, that is like, that's in my top 3. So absolutely the Axio for the activation. Time to get loud. All right, so I've kind of given you guys some of my tips about getting loud, but truthfully, now is not the time to slow down because what I've been focusing on right now is end your year strong. A lot of people are making that reflection. And so don't wait until the new year. We all know people are going to set New Year's goals, but right now people are reflecting on their year, right? And like if they're coming into the holiday season with wanting more funds or wanting something different. And so what we've been focusing on and putting together a little challenge group is for end your year strong. And how do you want that to look? And I've found in the past, December is a big enrollment time. for us, for people starting their business, because they're motivated to do something different. A lot of times people are getting Christmas cash from their parents. I mean, I'm in my 40s, and so my parents are like, "What can we give you and Zach for Christmas?" You know? And so this is a great time that a lot of times their parents are giving them a couple extra $100. And so if you help to paint that picture of what this business is doing for you and what it could possibly do for other people, that's a really big thing that you want to just keep putting in front of people, because the daily, weekly, and monthly bonuses, those really change lives. Where, I mean, I just got a bonus today for like daily bonus, and it's like, oh, surprise. And that makes a big difference. That's a lot of people's gas money, grocery money, things like that. And so what we're helping people to do is to up level and have something that they can still keep their full-time jobs and add this business into it. And I know a lot of people are like, I don't want one more thing. They don't have room for one more thing. And so if you're showing how you run your business and what it looks like and the community and the fun, that's typically what people are looking for. They're looking to feel better. They're looking for a community. A lot of people, like, the community is a big piece. The income's huge, right? And so LifeVantage has all of that right now. So if you ask yourself, what are your favorite parts about LifeVantage? A lot of times you're going to attract other people with the same viewpoints, right? It's like your vibe attracts your tribe. And so people love you for those different reasons. And so whatever, like, you can look at this list right now, we activate publicly traded, transparency, activation nation. But to me, people are looking for me. It was like fun. And that's the thing that I got a lot when companies are closing. And it's like, okay, I can tell your products work. Like, that's easy, right? PubMed, the studies, the patents, the before and afters. But how fun is your company? Like, what is this like? What is this going to look like? And so that's our job as the consultants, to make it fun, sexy, cool, whatever you want it to be. And so right now, the season of sharing, I've had so much fun with this, Gentry, because I love to help people get a deal. Like, I'm giving people my deal to our Al's, like, sporting goods store all the time. I'm like, do you have a discount at Al's? No. Okay. I'm always telling people like little hacks or apps or things like that. So to help people save money as a customer or on their enrollment packs, I've been loving that. And so one of the things that has helped me is reminding my audience that I have these discount codes, right? So that way I'm just putting that reminder the beginning of the week. Yesterday they dropped at 11 a.m. And so I have one new customer code and 3 new consultant codes. And so what I do is I update as I go along. So then I'll cross off the one or cross off the customer, and then 3 consultant codes or 2 consultant codes. And so that way people are seeing, like, okay, yeah, they're watching my before and afters. They're seeing what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. And these are the codes, the season of sharing. And I love that this is our Black Friday sale. We got started on it early before people have spent all their money on all the other sales. But I was in a company that did a 30% off site-wide sale for years, and it was awesome. It was fun and exciting for November, but we paid for that December, January, and February typically, because people stocked up. And so I'm glad that we don't have something like that. I know we've done 30% off, but our core products are never discounted. They're never on sale. So yeah, people could get an awesome discount on Axio and like whatever things. But I love that you guys just opened it up and saw people are looking at our opportunity right now. And so, how ready are you for people to join your team? What does it look like to join your team? Recently, when like all the companies were closing, I had to get my crap together. I told Kristen, I was like, okay, like, I have things figured out, but I kind of feel like I'm like letting someone in my house when it's a mess. And like, I don't like that feeling. And so for me, it was like, what does this look like if you're joining our team? And I've gotten questions recently from people saying, how's your team growing? And we have amazing people on our team. So hi, everyone. I love you guys. We just have attracted the coolest people that are motivated and excited and just abundant. And one of the best things that we have is our Facebook Messenger chat. It's just active and people add there, they share their results, they can ask questions, we remind about the calls. and things like that. And so it helps people to stay engaged that want to stay engaged. And then also our customer page on Facebook. That's a really big area for people that are like, can you tell me more? You can add them to that page, the ad tag message. And most people in the company have one. I know a lot of teams have one. If your team doesn't have one, just start one. Like, it's pretty easy to start gathering stories and post them there. The thing that I love about that too is typically corporate's not monitoring your private Facebook group page. And so you can share your story or, your friend's stories a little bit deeper than you can publicly. And so it creates a really fun, safe space if you want to do giveaways, if you want to do other things like that. That's been really huge. But the last thing that I want to add in, Gentry, is the mindset. So right now, if you hit a big rank in October, right? Like most people did, it was huge. And you're not hitting that rank in November, don't beat yourself up about it. Like, this is the industry, this is the game right now, and we don't have the mind body system right now. And we're going back to activation. But you want to keep your energy up because we're attracting people. And this business, and like most things, is 80% mindset and 20% skill. And so one of the things that I do personally is at the gym or on my way or in my car, I listen to something motivational. I listen to something for mindset, or I listen to something on sales, or I bought courses, I bought different trainings, because the more you learn, the more you earn, right? And this is one of the affirmations I've been giving my kids lately because with school, they're just kind of feeling burnout or whatever. And so, number one, knowledge is power. And the more you learn, the more you earn. And so you want to fuel yourself. In this business, we're our own CEOs. It doesn't matter who your upline is. None of that really matters because it's what you're doing with your own business, and you can be the leader that you wish that you had, right? And so you're a leader regardless. I know a lot of people come in this business go, I'm not a leader. And it's like, yeah, you are. Like, we're all leaders in a different way, and we're all influencers in things that we care about. If you saw Wicked and you've been telling everyone that's the best movie, or I just watched the Martha Stewart documentary and like I loved it. I told people about it. Like, I'm intrigued by people that have like a next level success and do stuff that no one else has done before. It's just something that interests me. And so I love stuff like that. But for me, that was kind of like a work project because it motivates me and it inspires me to show up and do something like this is your own life, and people are going to judge you either way. It's like people are going to judge you if you gave up on this business, like, okay, she did another one of those things again. Or people are going to judge you if they feel like, oh my gosh, she's posting all the time. Who does she think she is? All of a sudden, she thinks she's an influencer. Yeah, that's going to happen. And then what I've had happen is people go, wow, like, I really admire that you did that. And then they want to do the same thing. So essentially in this business, we're leading by example. We're activating. We're truly giving people their lives back with this business. It's so much more than just a business because of what these products provide. And so that's where I feel like getting clear about your own goals and knowing where you're wanting to go. And on our team, a lot of times we say, like, help one person a day. Like, if you can help one person a day, that is huge. It's so life-changing, and it's something that continues to snowball. And then also, you guys just think about, do you want your dream team person to be walking across the stage enrolled under someone else? So it's like having that conversation with the people that are on your dream team list. And I think the power of a voice text or a phone call are the most powerful things that you can do. And just reaching out, hey, I don't know if you've seen what we're doing right now. We just launched a record-breaking product. Whatever you want to say about it, and say, I can't help but think that you'd be amazing at this. And just whatever that is, when I message people, my format typically is lead with a compliment and end with a question. And typically that gets a conversation going instead of just laying it all out there. And typically people have been watching what you're doing. So get loud, have fun with this business, and share your success, because that is your market's potential to come in and do what you're doing. So while the mind body system is on back order, we're helping people get activated. we're still telling the story about it, and we're helping people start their businesses, because I really believe that this just took this opportunity to the next level, what we did in less than 13 days. Can you imagine what it's going to look like 3 months from now, 6 months, a year from now? And so that's why sharing is caring.
Love it. No, holy cow. This is awesome. You said a lot of good things there. And I really do hope people took notes because, again, the little tips, the tricks that you gave, and again, just giving that information to people that need to hear it right now, that's huge. So we appreciate that so much. I'm going to quickly jump into some updates, but I do have a couple questions for you after. So, guys, please make sure you take note of this. Obviously, we are a couple days away from Thanksgiving. We hope everybody has an amazing Thanksgiving, spending it with their loved ones and their family and friends. The corporate office will be closed, customer service, everything down the 28th and the 29th to observe Thanksgiving. But Saturday we will be open from 2 p.m. Mountain Time to midnight. But I do want to preface this, guys. Please, 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 if you have the capability of using your app, any tools, your laptop, your tablet, whatever, go in and do that. Fix whatever you need done before we get into this busy time and you start traveling, you start spending time with family, because Saturday could be a very, very busy day and we don't want you to get caught in a line of waiting, having to wait for your question to get answered or wait for help. So get that help now and don't wait. So again, make sure you take note of those hours because we will be off, but we'll be back on Saturday. Again, we really, really want to hit home with our global kickoff in January on the 11th. It's about an hour and a half. It is a great time. Courtney, you can attest to this. You've been attending these and coming to the corporate office because you're here in Utah with us. But getting a group of people together, like-minded people, wanting to learn more, grow more, and even bringing guests to see what this is about, get a kind of feel for what LifeVantage is about, invite them to hear what 2025 looks like with LifeVantage and get that kind of insider scoop of what we're doing and what we've got in the works for the field. Again, make sure you register for a watch party. There's the forms on the consultant pages, the executive pages. Make sure you're in there, clicking on those, or going to the lifevantage.com page and going and scrolling to the bottom and registering, as well as getting your ticket for Global. Guys, Global is going to be huge. You do not want to miss Global. I am telling you that. Like, we're going to hit this every single Tuesday until Global and on every other call, because this is a great opportunity to come be with all of our markets, everybody involved. Anybody is welcome. We want you guys there. We want to spend time with you guys, have fun, grow, do some fun things here in the Salt Lake area, but also learn and grow together. So make sure you guys get registered for those events ASAP. Don't wait, because again, we know things happen, life happens, but make sure you at least get registered now so that you're at least committing. And like Courtney said, put that as a goal. Make sure you set that goal and do it now. Don't wait, because if we wait, things happen and we just kind of push off to the side. So there's that. But Courtney, you'd mentioned a little bit about those rise tracks. Give us your tips and tricks on the rise tracks, how they're successful, what you're doing to get people to those marks or those benchmarks to get those rise track gift cards to be able to have fun.
Okay, I'm so glad that you asked about that, because that has been one of the biggest motivators for me and my team. I had a similar program in our other company, and it's just motivating. Like, who doesn't want a $475 gift card for Delta or Airbnb or like whatever it is, right? And the purpose of that is to get you guys here to Utah, to Global Convention. Okay, so wherever you're at, be working to get those. But the cool thing is at the end of the month, this is where I can typically pick up a lot of extra volume for myself and for my team, because you don't want to leave money on the table. So I'll go through my team at the end of the month and even throughout the month to see who has tracks. So the way that you earn tracks is, if you think of era, like the Taylor Swift era, we're in the Rise era. So E stands for enroll, R stands for retain, and A stands for advance. So there's 3 different ways that you can earn tracks. My girl Priscilla's on. Yes, she's been earning those tracks. So we go through those. So right now, enroll is one of the easiest ways, and that's $750 in the US. Each market has a different way. But in the US, it's 750 accumulative new enrollment volume off of customers or consultants. But there does need to be one consultant in that 750. So you kind of sometimes have to like add everything up. So I'll add them up and then subtract that number by 750. So then you're like, okay, I need 220 more of enrollment volume to get one track. And you can get up to 5. When you get to the 5th track, then like you're kind of maxed out on the top tier price. But all of those tracks go towards the Alaska cruise. So if you're going for the Alaska cruise, keep pushing and running for that. I've heard that it's almost sold out. So like hustle to get there. But for the Alaska cruise, you do need 3 enrollment tracks and 3 retain tracks. So then you're rewarded on maintaining subscription volume. So you'll see at the end of the row how much more volume that you need for a retain track. And so that you have a baseline volume, and then every month it increases by 500, I believe, right? And so if you guys had a killer month in October like I did, I'm like, oh crap, like I have to really push for those retain tracks now. But I also love the advanced tracks because you and your downline both can get rewarded for advancing. So if you're on a top tier rank advancement, it's like going to be harder for you to get there. Help other people get to SC1, 2, 3, MCs, and that's also going to help you and them. So those are the ways that I go through. So yesterday I went through and I was like, okay, they're close, they're close. And then you can reach out and go, hey, you're super close to this. Typically, I have found in the past, it's like if you're down by 200 in retain volume, that does have to be subscription. So someone has to like do an order process now, but typically you're going to gain more. So on enroll, I need like 300 more volume for another track. Typically, I'm going to surpass the 300 because I know that that's my mark, right? So that always gives me another reason to push, to add another order, and to help my friends as well. Because the gift cards are so worth it. Like, essentially, that's another bonus. We had people last month that were like, how did I get this gift card? And so now that you've gotten one that's from corporate, and it makes it really fun. I love, last year I used my gift cards for us to go to Cooperstown. The hotels are paid for and the airfare for our family off of the Rise era. And it just feels like such a gift, and it just makes it really fun. And then you can post on social media again, like blast what you're doing, blast what the company's doing. Oh my gosh, help me choose my prize. Which one would you choose, Delta or Airbnb, or like what would you do? And then that lets people know again, that's their potential. If they join LifeVantage, can they get those gift cards too? So it makes really great marketing. It makes it really fun. And then also, I feel like for your family too, it makes them even bigger cheerleaders. Cause I know with my kids, they're like, oh my gosh, yay, like where could we go? Or my husband or my spouse. And so it also helps people to get on board. So utilize the Rise era. It's so easy to find those boards, to go in incentive tracker. And then you can go on Rise, and then you can go in Alaska. I typically always go to Rise first because I can see my numbers better. And then I'll go into the cruise and see how many total points people have and things like that. So that's just a month-end strategy that I love. It's just motivating and helps to gather a little bit more volume too.
Love it. That's huge. Again, I love what you said where you had things paid for, and I believe I can't remember what we did one event where we showed a video of a little kid getting a pair of Nike shoes or something, and that was like his first pair of shoes or something, and it brought tears to people's eyes because that's what that mom wanted to do. She wanted to give her son something. It's just those small little moments that make those memories last forever, right? Like that Cooperstown trip. How cool is that? You got everything paid for, like to that extent, and like that's a breath of fresh air,
Mhm.
right? So again, knowing that LifeVantage is putting efforts back into the field to give you guys the best possible chance to succeed all across the board. That's what I love about this company. I love about the leaders, the corporate staff, everything we're doing here to help the field and help so many people change their life by getting activated, getting their bodies doing what our bodies are meant to do, and having fun while we're doing it. So it was fun to see that picture of you and Kaylin on the beach driving those little Jeeps. Super cool. Again, memories are made in this business, guys. So if you're brand new to LifeVantage, if you're brand new to this Momentum Tuesday call, make sure you're connecting with your upline people on this call, getting in the groups, getting in the chats, getting in those conversations, joining all the calls that we do so that you're understanding how this process works, how this business works, and learning tips and tricks on how you can succeed, just like hearing from Courtney today. Thank you so much, Courtney, for taking time out of your busy schedule to be on the call and share with the field. And we appreciate you guys. And hopefully everybody has an amazing Thanksgiving. Hopefully you guys don't get too full, but you're enjoying it and spending time with those loved ones. And we appreciate you all. And we will see you guys next Tuesday.
See you guys.
See ya.